I will log in with WinCC authentication. This is the screen. Now I will demonstrate why we need separate authentication for report viewer. If you go to list of historical data points, you can see that the octane value is not revealed to engineer login. You can log out again. Let's go to operator login. Again, let's see whether he can see octane value. No, he cannot see octane value, he cannot see viscosity values. So you can restrict your critical data of plant from different users using this authentication, and you can modify this data anytime using administrator settings. Here you can add as many filters as you want, and you can use wildcard characters to specify the ranges. You can add comma, and you can add as many combination as you want. Now we will continue with manager login, which has all the authentication. Now manager being he can access all values: viscosity, temperature, octane, etc. Now let's continue with other features of OPC Genie. This is a historical data view. Here you can see different tags. You can put a filter. Let's go for all octane values only. So this tag wasn't part of this filter, the tags that will be available after applying this filter. So it is asking whether you want to replace it. I am specifying yes. So you can get all the values of octane, which contains OCT as a part of its name. Let's list. Let's give them logical name: octane tank 1, octane tank 2, octane tank 3. You can specify the resolution, and then you can specify when do you want the data. It can be of 7 types. You can see the data on positive edge of some binary tag, exactly at trigger, or 1 second before trigger up to 5 seconds, or 1 second after trigger up to 5 seconds. The advantage of this feature is that there may be a case where the values will be disappearing, the logical values will be appearing just before trigger or just after trigger. For example, flow meter, collecting data of flow meter at the end of the transfer, or collecting the data of some totalizer at the end of the transfer. So that totalizer may be getting reset just before the trigger of end of the batch or end of the transfer. So you can use this facility, and this is unique facility only provided by us. You can see also on negative edge of some tag. You can also see both edges. You can see during true, that is when the batch is running. During false is exactly opposite of that. You can see interval, then you can specify the time, and you can see all the data, raw data. Or you can say time of day, then you can specify time, and you can again specify whether you want to collect the data exactly at the trigger or something like that. Now I will demonstrate that one by one. Let's say positive edge. I'll open one small graphics. In which we can trigger the tags. I am giving a positive edge on rise. So you can see the timestamp, and it has been set to 1. I am resetting it. I am again setting it and resetting it. Now we have 2 edges in the last minute. So let's see values of tanks on the positive edge of rise exactly at trigger. So I'm getting data. So you can see that I got the values exactly at 928.52, and these are the values, and you can see that resolution is been set according to the figure specified. Decimals, that is the number of decimal places after point, after decimal. This is all about the selection of the tags. Now you can also do the aggregate on columns. So I am selecting average, minimum, maximum for all the columns. I am again getting the data. You can see that average, minimum and maximum is calculated for all the columns. Above all, you can there is an aggregate feature that I will be coming to, but later on. Let's first see both edges of the same tag rise. Now I am fetching the data of the same tags on a rise, but I can say I will just show you how we can fetch the data for 1 second before the trigger. So instead of fetching data exactly at positive edge of rise, I am fetching data 1 second before the arrival of positive edge on that trigger. So I am again fetching the data. There are no rows found because it is last 1 minute. I will increase the time. So we have got both edges, that is 928.52, 928.57, and again you can see rise fall. You can see whether the edge was positive or negative, and this is the data. Again, this is collected 1 second before the appearance of the trigger. So this is complete flexible approach for collecting the data. Again, you can see there are 3 modes of selection of time. Last, that means you can specify how many hours or how many minutes before current time, or you can say duration. So you can select the start point, that is date and time, and then you can say I want to see these many minutes or these many hours at the, from the start of this time or date. Then you can, let's go for batch kind of data. I will just give a positive edge on this. I will generate some batches. So now batch is started at 9:31:54. Batch is stopped. Again I am starting the batch, and I am stopping. So now I have 2 batches. This is just an indicative figure. The actual batches may run for few hours or few days. You can use it for that also. So you can select during true, that means whenever this tag is true, that is during true tag, and then you select that tag, and then you can specify that I want to see the batches that were present for last 4 minutes. You can get batch, and then you can see the list of batches that occurred for last 4 minutes. So these timestamp are matching with this. I am selecting one of the timestamp, and again I am collecting the same data, or you can select different data, but I am keeping it same for simplicity. Then you can, once you select the batch, you can click data, and you can see data for batch that has started 9:31:54 up to 9:32:02, that is this one here. So you can see the data from 9:31:54 to 9:32:00. Now this is all about batches. You can see time of day also. Let's say I want to see the data at 9:30 or 9:32 PM for last 1 day. You can see that I have received data at 9:32:00 PM, only one tag, because I have collected data only for 1 day. But if there are more data, then you can select the broader interval of time, and then you can get all the time of days times for the data. This is all about time of day. The simplest of all is interval. Simply you can select the time, let's say last 1 minute, and you can fetch the data. I'll close this. So you can see the data for last 1 minute for octane tank 1, and you can see here that the number of entries are found, and you can see timestamp. Plus you can see the tooltip, that is trigger every 1 second from time to time. Now above that there is an aggregate feature. Once you click aggregate, you can specify that I want to aggregate the data every 10 seconds or something. Then you can select individual aggregate feature. You can hide column if you want to restrict the view. Before that you can select minimum, average, individual features. Let's say I want to get average for first tank and maximum for other tank, then minimum for other tank for every 10 seconds. Let's fetch data. So right now you are getting data for every 1 second, but after getting aggregate, specifying that you want to get aggregate data of every 10 seconds, you will get every 10 second data. That is, you will get 934.30, then you will get 934.40, 934.50. This is a very good feature for analyzing your batches. Then you can let's say you are archiving data for every 1 second for all the elements concerned with that batch. Then you can study the values on a superficial level, and then you can pinpoint that where this batch was going wrong, etc., etc. Or you can also study whether which element made this batch as a golden batch. So this is all about historical data. Then we can move ahead to we can go to instantaneous mode. This is very simple one, in which you specify that I want to see data of. Now we will go to label. So I will just, instead of seeing all tags, I will just specify that I want to see all data points with the name label in it. Then I can see only those tags. Again I can specify display name. You can add as many as 100 into columns. Let's say level tank 1. Depending on your process requirement or report requirement, you can give the display name. You can again select the resolution, and you can see the data. You can again specify whether you want aggregate or minimum, maximum. You can again see the data, then aggregate will be calculated. You can save this data. Once you are sure that this is the frequent data that you need data of all tanks, instantaneous data, and you want all the headings like this, then you can save this as a template. Let's say label tank, then you can save this as a save layout, and next time you select, I will delete this, I'll clear this. You can remove the columns also. Then I'll just select this template, and this template will automatically be populated, and you need not see this template every time. You can just select this, say data, and you will get the data instantaneous. Going back to historical also, you can do same thing. Let's say I want data of all viscosity or temperatures. So temperature of tank 1, temperature of tank 2, 3, temp 1, temp 2, temp 3. Then I want data for interval last minute. I'll just check whether I'm getting proper data by clicking this. Okay, this is the data, this is the view I want. I may add some aggregate function. I can again check whether I'm satisfied. Then you can save this as a template. History, tank, temperatures, and save layout. Plus there may be several columns that you would like to add. Then you can specify whether you want vertical heading and again say data. Then you will get vertical heading. You can ask for report information for batches. Let's assume during true last 10 minutes I'll get batches. So you can ask report info plus vertical heading. I'll specify. Then you'll be asked whether it is a petrol or diesel. This is very good when you want to generate report for your batches. You can select the sub batch stage. In this case I am selecting petrol 1, stage 1, and then I will name the batch ABCD1. Now you won't see the data of your batch or product here, but you can see this in your report. A tooltip, you can move the cursor here and you can see this in a tooltip. Plus you don't need Excel to print the report or any other package. This can be a standalone PC, and you can see the data, the details of report along with your logo and the title has came here. Report name, historical time, trigger during true, from time to time, product petrol 1, stage petrol 1, petrol.1, and batch number ABCD1, and you can see the data. You get the page number, etc., and you also get the one who has taken the report and page number, etc. You can print from here. You can generate PDF using some PDF printers. You can also select whether you want portrait or landscape. You can select which paper you want to select, which paper on which you want to print it. You can also specify printer. So within few minutes you can start getting your data the way you want. If you are really interested in this product, please contact me at sindicator@gmail.com. I hope you like this product. Thank you for watching.